How Long Gone, Chris Black, New York City, beautiful day outside, Jason. The hoopers are hooping, the ping pongers are ponging.
It's actually called table tennis. What'd you say?
Oh, I apologize. I didn't see Marty Supreme. You know that. Them Jeans is joining us just fresh off a quick 36 hours in Vegas. Is that correct?
Yeah, something like that. It was 2 nights technically. So
okay, 48 hours in LV. No Pharrell.
We'll call it 48. Yeah, I know that all of our listeners out there are going through TSA woes. The pre-check, the she check, the they check. All of it is tough. 6-hour waits down in Houston, but Burbank to Vegas, that's real flying right there. I was happy to fly with our friends at Southwest, if it means I didn't have to go to a major airport.
Is that your first time? Is that your first? Because I've flown Southwest one time before, and it was, I believe it was the exact flight you're speaking of, a Burbank to Vegas situation.
I've done this run many a time. It's the it's the stripper and DJ Express, Burbank to Vegas.
Yeah, it is an interesting crowd on that plane, if I remember correctly. Did you see any working gals on the flight, or were you trying to keep it cool because you were with your wife? You wanted to just kept your eyes down.
Oh, chill.
Yo, chill.
No, I didn't see any workers on this run. They're getting harder and harder to spot though as I get older. You know what I mean? You don't know who's just a common hood rat and who's a working gal. You know what I mean?
A hood rat? I would say common influencer. I think that's the real.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
the
know.
real
I
question.
can't tell the bad babies from the crack babies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's one of my favorite Kodak songs.
Actually, last night I saw a bad baby type in the hotel, kind of floating around the food court. She wasn't over at Mother Wolf or one of the prestige flagship locations. She's maybe grabbing a slice from Miami Slice, a New York style pizza slice, coincidentally, but.
Hold on. You're telling me Miami Slice is a restaurant serving New York style pizza, but named after the city of Miami, not known for pizza?
I think it's a play on words on the television show Miami Vice that maybe wasn't fully thought through.
Quickly, and do you remember Miami Subs?
I remember that Reddit, but I haven't been on in years. Why?
No, it's a great restaurant. It was a great submarine sandwich restaurant that did the rare fries available with sub.
Was this only in Miami, or was that just the name?
Oh, that was just the name. It had a Miami theme to it, of course. As far as the look goes,
you can get let me get a turkey provolone with a little iguana meat on the side.
Miami Grill, formerly Miami Subs Grill, an American privately held restaurant chain based in the U.S. state of Florida, of course. 30 locations, majority of our Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach. Shout out to all of our Miami listeners. Dizzy, I know you're tuning in. But you could also get wings and
subs, fries,
burgers,
and wings.
Heroes, cheesesteaks. It had it all, bro. And the subs were banging.
Okay.
Anyway,
hopefully there's a Cubano
you saw a prostitute
instead of a Philly cheesesteak. But anyway, yeah. And she wasn't a prostitute, but she was dressed like a bad baby type. But it was a cool thing. It was sort of like it was a matching set of like a sort of some leisure wear, in the vein of a Juicy Couture tracksuit.
This is nighttime or daytime?
This is nighttime.
Okay,
this is nighttime. This is the formal going out tracksuit.
And how did her, and not to be crude, but how did her titties look?
They were doing what they were supposed to do.
I guess I'm asking on the scale of
I can't wait till the CEO of Fontainebleau Hotel listens to this episode.
Were they? Well, I guess what I'm saying is, were they about to pop bad baby style, or were they normal?
No.
Okay,
they were tastefully done. They were tastefully
that's
done.
What I was. Okay, that's what
size appropriate.
Okay.
To the rest of the frame, but
Thank God.
I haven't even got to the good part. There was like a matching set, and it was a camouflage surrealist pattern that sort of featured burgundies, Dijons, and browns. It was kind of like dune-like earth tone colors, which was like, it caught my eye.
An earth tone palette. Yeah, I don't see much athletic wear in that shade.
Well, especially in camo in that shade of these sort of like Christian Girl autumn type colors. But then the real kicker, sometimes on the rear end, it'll maybe display a message, a word, or whatever, a logo, a Truey logo, or some Avisu, or just like some, maybe the classic Juicy, a Sporty and Rich, whatever it may be. This one just said the word body.
Wow.
White letters across the ass, just body.
Because she was in...
I wish I knew because.
I mean, obviously the clothes are on her body, but also
Yeah.
I believe that means that she is body positive and confident in saying that she is giving body while wearing...
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, it was sort of body card, not declined type of energy.
Okay. I like the confidence, especially if you're trying to pull a whale, a big baller over there in Miami.
Sure.
But
In the high stakes area,
did you notice any gentlemen taking notice?
She was with a fella, yeah.
Oh.
He looks like the kind of guy who maybe has appeared on Adam 22's podcast.
You don't say. Okay. So you're saying the girl in the bodysuit was with a guy who had a neck tattoo and possibly a gun on his person.
That's right. The type of guy you don't want to see in the valet come 3 a.m. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah, the valet is where it goes. All right. So Fountain Blue, I've never stayed there. What's the report? How was it?
It was great, man. Loved it. It was dazzling. We went out because they opened Contramar, Cantina Contramar, the famed restaurant in Mexico City.
Sure.
Populated by, everyone has been there. Even you've been there, right?
I have been there. But you're
From
saying
Chris Black to Dua Lipa.
They are able to get that level of tuna in Las Vegas. That's amazing. That's a feat all in itself. But I've heard woes of restaurants not being able to get the ingredients that they need. In and out, Erewhon. But Contramar, they figured it out.
Contramar has figured. Yeah, I mean nowadays, like with fresh fish and the way it travels, somebody will say like, oh, I don't trust eating fish in a place that's not a coastal town or whatever. But
yeah, like what? So archaic.
They're not really. It's truly archaic. They don't know the food ways of how our A5 Wagyu and our sushi grade bluefin tuna.
Don't get me started on food ways, Jason. We only have an hour. Okay.
This shit was flash frozen 2 weeks ago. Whether you're getting it to Manhattan, Las Vegas, or Glendale.
Sure.
But yeah, all the ingredients were there and popping. There's 2 events. Friday was like the opening party where you sort of get all the Vegas VIPs, the owners, the investors, high rollers, shark types, and everyone who's like that in Vegas is like very eccentric.
Oh yeah, no,
that's a charming way.
So crazy, yeah. They found that they all have a lot of money in the ugliest clothes that have ever been stitched together. It's a fascinating group, but I feel like it's gotten better.
But it's more entertaining to watch and see, just because at least everyone has like a unique personality, and you're like, oh, there's like an old like billionaire guy, and he's wearing like a cowboy hat with like a single rose like embroidered on, just like weird shit, or just like I'm wearing snakeskin ostrich boots with my tuxedo, and everyone is at least interesting, and it's not just like the same old, LA billionaire uniform that we're so used to seeing.
Don't talk about Viore like that. Okay, so all right, so there's interesting characters at the mixer. What was TJ sipping on? Were you having Mexican cocktails, or were you going margarita?
Yes, Chris. Yeah, luckily we had some friends in from Mexico City. Maureen, our friend and fabulous photographer, was up in there, and as well as our friend Pau, who's the most fun Mexican dude I've ever met in my entire life. Dresses the coolest.
That's saying a lot, because the Mexican people are fun as hell.
Sí.
All right, so were these experimental?
So yeah, they brought in a DJ. They brought in a DJ that was also from Mexico City. She was playing all these cumbia remixes of cool songs. One of them being Britney Toxic, that I'll probably put at the end of this episode. But
wow, I'm surprised. I figured Mexico City DJs at this point were just white guys from Brooklyn, but you're telling me they found some local talent that could really...
They found the one Mexican left in Mexico City, and they gave her a job.
That's amazing. She's like, no, I actually don't have any Airbnb properties. No, I just DJ. I'm focused solely on DJ.
No Airbnb, only USB. only USB. My USB stick.
All right, so
so we got a little turned up, we got a little twerkulated at that mixer, a little 6 to 10, the palomas and the margaritas were flowing, some finger food bites, little Contramar classics reimagined as a hors d'oeuvre. Tripas.
Oh, hold on. Are you oh my god.
So instead of a tostada, we were having Tostaditos.
Oh my God, I knew it. How could they make it cuter?
Because I know that you're like, how are they gonna work with that sope?
Oh,
So you can just kind of pop them.
Jason, I was just about to ask you how they did that. Okay, good to know.
How's the density of that vehicle gonna travel? Yeah, I'm with you all the way on that one.
Because sometimes I know that the air pressure on Southwest can fuck up a sope, so I was making sure that they were able to get the density.
Speaking of, you just reminded me of something I'm very glad that we remembered. We were coming through TSA on the way back home, and there was a woman. She was kind of I guess she could be maybe referred to as a diner goth mom. You know.
Okay, sure.
Different shades of blues and purples in the hair. You know, probably has a lot of hoarding going on at the home, you know, just sort of looking a mess. And she got her bag pulled off into secondary customs inspection. You know, what's it going to be? You know, the Glock, is it the 19? Is it the what's going to happen? And it was like a burgundy kind of shitty TJ Maxx looking suitcase. And she was with her like kids, like in her family and stuff. And inside the suitcase, it was just a bunch of shit. It was just like stuff in plastic bags and, you know, garbage shopping bag, you know, like an old Target bag with a hat in it. Just just a whole bunch of shit. But multiple, and I think this is why she got pulled off, multiple bags of all-purpose flour, like a bag of like Kroger flour that was like 3/4 of the way empty.
So you're saying, okay.
So these were multiple bags of all-purpose flour, which is a white powder, in various amounts and volumes and capacities, sort of strewn about inside this woman's suitcase alongside her toiletries and socks and underwear.
I'm surprised that you, of all people, would shame someone for being a independent baker. Because I think that it's
especially
important.
as somebody who's fighting for, you know, gluten rights. You know, whenever I see another AP flour shouty, somebody who's not going down the dark roads of you know, whatever it is.
For me, it's nice to just hear flour.
Taro root flour.
It's just nice to hear the word flour used properly instead of talking about marijuana.
Thank you.
That's all I'm happy about. So you're saying that
it's no Adam and Steve.
She was exactly. So she was traveling with hella half-used flour, and obviously that threw a red flag up to our brain-dead TSA agents who are not getting paid, thank God. But what is the what do you think? What honestly do you think that? I mean, I don't think anyone's. What on earth could she be doing? Like, what is your actual guess on what the use is? All jokes aside.
Honey, I spent my whole 38-minute flight pondering that. I was like, was she reusing the flour sacks as like a storage container for something? You know, that's where she keeps her spare change or her beads for her DIY beading project.
Yeah. But you're saying that,
you know, are there just sunflower seeds in there?
You saw. Did you see an unpaid TSA worker dip his pinky in and do a nummy? No.
It was what I saw was an unpaid TSA worker open this diner goth's suitcase, look at all that shit, and look down, and then look up at her, and look back down, and just like, God damn it.
Yeah, like, I don't get paid enough for this.
I don't get paid. I mean, I don't get paid enough. I don't get paid, period. But
this is too much.
Like this, and also this is Sunday morning, you know, 6:37 a.m. as well.
This is okay. So this person is going from Vegas to LA. It's not like they're going, because, you know, sometimes you see people. Let's say there's a big group going to Africa. They're bringing back all kinds of shit.
No, she could have been flying anywhere. Air France flies direct from Las Vegas to Paris, France.
But I guess I'm just saying that oftentimes you see people going back to their country to bring stuff for their family. They'll be bringing a bunch of shit that looks really normal to shit you just can't get.
Macadamia nut chocolates from Hawaii. That's exciting. And that makes
shit
sense.
You can't get. But if you're going from
some olive oil from Greece,
I just have a feeling the diner goth was not going to Paris. Is my guess. just based on what I know. But Las Vegas is an international airport. It's a hub.
She's outside of Boulder right now.
There's no question. But this is an interesting conundrum, and I think that the thing about I hate TSA is second to cops to me. I hate them. I think they're useless. They're all dumb, and we should abolish them. But if we're gonna have them, they could at least be a little more friendly.
Okay, we should abolish them and replace them with ICE.
Exactly. Yeah, give everybody a job. They can just muscle you down. Get rid of all of them. But my point is that when you see someone, well, the most fascinating part about TSA is obviously you're in line, your fingers are crossed, hoping my bag gets pulled. I would say every time at this point, either because of I've asked them to hand check film, or because I have podcast equipment that looks like a bomb.
Yeah. Whereas I never get my shit pulled, and I always have drugs in there.
I always get pulled. So I'm often standing over there watching other bags get opened. And I feel like when they open my bag, I feel like an adult. My shit is folded. My shit is organized. I'm not using cubes like a white chick from Instagram, but I'm also not stuffing it in there like a skateboarder moving with trash bags. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm somewhere. I feel good about it.
Yeah.
But the way that people
I wish a motherfucker would unzip me. Pause.
When they unzip some people's bags and you see what's in there, and it can look like a completely normal businessman, and he's packed like a bomb was going off, and he was just he couldn't have been more disorganized.
You're like, bro, what? There's so much blood on these undershirts here. What's going? Yeah,
It's
I know
shocking.
what you mean. It has the same energy of like you go into your husband's hotel room and you suspect he's cheating. Hey, why is that bathroom door shut? I thought, what's going on? And they're like, don't do it, honey. Don't look. Like, as soon as that Samsonite is about to get open, you can see the look on the face of the guilty packer, knowing that he's going to have everything on display. It's one of the most humiliating things you could ever have happen to you.
It's also, you'll see, I've seen interesting stuff where it's like not like full freak style, but like a straight-laced businessman type, and then he's got like the all-over print cheetah ethicas in the back, and you're like, oh shit, you're a goddamn okay shit. All right,
he was a member of the Thunder from Down Under review show, not a businessman at all.
Yeah, it's a strange, it's a sight into someone's life that you don't want to have, especially if they're a stranger. I would say, but God bless her, and I hope she gets to where she's going. And if you're making cookies, I'd love to try them. So if you could just let me know.
Let me get a bite, big mama.
Let me get a bite. All right. So you were gone off the Palomas.
Yeah.
And
Palomitas.
And then, but you were able to. You had day 2. So what did you do during the day?
Yeah, during the day
on Saturday.
Woke up, had a little complimentary brunch thanks to our friends at the Fontainebleau Hotel at La Fontaine, their brunch destination.
I love that their brunch destination takes you all the way to Louisiana.
I wanted to make it more Creole than I think they intended it to be. It was more of just...
Yeah, I had a feeling.
It was a little more French and a little less French Quarter. But it's just so fun to say, I'm having brunch at La Fontaine. Had a nice little brekkie. We're able to get, some green juice and a croissant and our little cortados like respected human beings. There was a juice and smoothie health food place that had smoothies named after different musicians. I saw this
on your Instagram story.
Perform at Live Pool.
Musicians. Let's be generous. Let's not DJs. Let's not.
No. Well, we've got one DJ, friend of the show, ex-guest John Summit, who's having the best summer ever, and rapper Gunna, who's now a Health Goth member. And then lastly, there was the Peso Pluma smoothie, a guy who's never had a smoothie in his life.
I don't know.
Unless there was an awfully lot of cough syrup smoothie.
Which smoothie?
That's an awful lot of creatine.
You want
That's an awful lot of lion's mane.
You want the Gunna lion's mane and peach smoothie, or do you want the Peso Pluma smoothie? It's a tough choice. I don't know what.
The Percocet con tajin.
Delicious. I love. Yeah, I think a lean flavored smoothie that early in the morning.
I've already made a lean flavored smoothie. I would say over 10 years ago. I remember there was this is a collaboration between friend of the show and ex-guest Shlomo, DJ Shlomo.
Yeah, of course, one of the greats.
And the restaurant Oinkster in Eagle Rock, our friends Fred and Max, also friends of the show, who are listening right now. Yes. Hey, fellas. And then we designed a smoothie called Peaches and Lean, and I made a graphic design to the custom styrofoam cup in the style of a Shlomo kind of We Did It, 2014 real trap shit.
This is coming back to me a little bit, for better or worse. So you were only involved in the creative direction. You weren't involved in the test kitchen.
No, I was.
Oh, you were? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do you remember if the smoothie was good or not?
Of course. I would never put my name on something that's bad, Chris.
That's a lie. We've done this podcast too many times. All right, so what do you remember it being good then?
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
What
Peach.
brought the well, of course I understand the peach. I'm asking what could bring the walkie flavor to this like what is the walkie?
I'm trying to remember where the walkie
You could see
where
you could see why I'd be interested in that part and not the peach part.
Yeah. I was a step ahead of you on that one. I'm gonna have to dig deeper into the archives on some of my earlier recipes. I don't know what it was.
All right, we'll find your moleskins that are half graffiti, half recipes.
I'm gonna go.
I won't be able to.
I'm gonna, elderflower extract or something like that. We'll see.
I feel like in 2014 it was maybe a little more rudimentary than that. Not to take away from your palate, just to take away from the where we were as a culture.
Okay. It was a splash of Palm Wonderful.
Yeah, definitely a splash. There's definitely a little palm in there. That might have been too pricey. Anyway, all right. So you were able to have breakfast, and then but see what's interesting about Las Vegas is that 8 hours between gym, breakfast, and dinner is, if you don't want to go to a day party, it is a challenging time because there's only so many times you can go to the Chrome Heart store. You know what I mean? There's only so much. There's not a lot to do.
Well, luckily, no, I know exactly what you mean. I'm glad I have a super answer in the chamber. But it was crazy in the hotel in the Fontainebleau. Like you're in the casino, you're smoking a cig, having your fucking rum and coke next to the guy on the ventilator or whatever, and there's Gucci store, Bottega store, Alaya store, Rick Owens, A. Wang, Missoni, every single brand, huge YSL like outlet boutique, all that stuff. So we were able to get our shop on. But during that time frame between La Fontaine brunch and Contramar dinner,
yes,
spa day.
Yeah. Okay.
I was DMing with Wes, DJ Diplo, saying he was over across the street at Encore Beach Club. I was hitting him up for guest list, but it just didn't come through.
He said, I'm sorry, you're with your wife? Don't come over here, bro. don't cut.
No, I was like, I got a couple chicks, and he's like, okay. And I was like, well, I have one gay guy too, and he's like, okay, it's Encore Beach Club. I go on at 3:15.
All right, it's them jeans plus 3.
Your point of he sent me my full ROL. He's like, okay, so your point of contact when you arrive.
You're gonna want to text.
His name is Patrick.
You're gonna want to text Patrick when you arrive, and he'll get you right to your table.
And then one more question: reposado or silver? Let's do this.
Oh shit! All right, spa day. So what appointments did we do collectively? I'm sure that you guys chose different disciplines.
No. It was really facial or massage. We both got a massage. Hit a little Eddie Winslow right before. Get a nice little shower going. Face down. But this was, the bed is heated and it's adjustable for how long. It was long enough for me. Pause, and I was able, a little bump up in the knee, or
we love a knee bump
all
up,
that stuff. So it was all juiced in. You pick out your aromatherapy flavors. You want up or down or indica sativa, whatever. I went with a lemon ginger hybrid.
Oh wow! That's the most Asian. That's the most Asian thing you've ever done. Is get the lemon ginger. That's a dressing flavor, bro. That is not what I want to smell when I'm getting rubbed down. What the hell?
I went for the Sichuan Gailon rub.
What the fuck? You're a freak for that. All right. Well,
I was like, no, I don't want bergamot. No is there a shrimp paste that we could bring out?
These are fine, but I'm looking for something a little more fragrant that I can really wrap my nose around. Do you have anything else?
Something that'll maybe set off the smoke alarm.
Do you get the 3-alarm Szechuan for me to?
You don't want this, white boy.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
There's actually a Vietnamese liquid like this that we sort of call beetle juice because it sort of smells like if nail polish was made out of crushed up beetles. But it's like this crazy rare delicacy flavor, sort of like a saffron or something like that.
Is it good if used correctly?
It's like such a crazy flavor that's very divisive. It's like the ortolan or like all these other kind of crazy, shark fin soups or like these exotic things where the flavor is like perverse.
Yeah,
and it's really only for like true eaters who are like psycho and like want to be spit on and stuff.
Sure, taken on a journey.
Yeah, just like, are you doing it, like a durian or whatever? Are you doing this to show off, or do you really love it? We'll never know, kind of thing. But It's like it comes in like a little, like a Coke vial size thing, like a baby
because it's so
popper thing.
powerful, it has to be.
Yeah. And you literally put one drop of it in whatever, your soup or whatever thing that you're eating, and it just like completely changes the whole perfume into like this. I'm trying to remember, because it wasn't there that one perfume that kind of like people thought smelled like nasty shit, but then some people were like turned on by it. You remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, there's several like that.
Like some people, like, nine out of 10 people think it smells like rotting flesh, and 1 out of 10 people, like, you could put it on and like this, you can control that person's life as long as you're wearing this scent.
Yeah, it's a powerful. It's if you love it, you love it, and if you hate it, you hate it.
Something like that. But yeah, so hit the spa after the massage. It was great, and then they have the relaxation station, the Reboot Lounge, and
Of course.
they had the co-ed, and then they had the bros only.
No, I'm bros only. I gotta watch the. We got March Madness on the screen. Got a Diet Coke going. You kidding me?
Yeah,
I watched that when we were in Vegas. The same thing happened, and I was in there, and I was like, I have never. I feel gay every day, but today in this room, these guys are all making friends, and I'm just disgusted by it. I'm like, you fucking losers, stop talking. It was like college football. I'm like, you guys got to stop. You don't need to be. It was too much. It was too much.
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy for guys to bond. Sometimes you just have to mutter college names under your breath, or else you'll just Ohio State.
No, for real. That's literally what was happening. The Ohio State University. That's literally what was happening.
Ohio State. Yeah. So
roll tide.
The dudes only section, I preferred. I mean, since I have an infrared sauna in my house, it's a little,
Okay, relax. Okay, rich guy.
I'm not trying to swag, but it's just part of my story, my journey that I'm revealing to you. So when I do visit a place that has a steam, I always just spend all my time in there because I never get the steam. It's always such a dry heat.
Steam doesn't do shit. I hate the steam. I have no interest in the steam. I don't like. It
gets all up in your sinuses.
No, I don't care. I'll do it
respiratory.
If they don't have a regular dry sauna, I will steam. But otherwise, steam it's too wet. It's too wet.
Okay, yeah. Water. The steam does get too wet. But they had in the co-ed area, they had a co-ed super sauna where they're able to do the sauna rave tricks, where they have the person who has the towel and they wave.
Yeah, they did this at the Coom, and when I was in St. Moritz, they did this, and it was awesome. Actually,
what?
Dude, he fucked me up because it was just me and this hot real estate guy.
It's kind of like
getting
getting a lap dance, right?
No, it wasn't. It was just more tricks. They brought in a giant ball of ice that was scented and put it on, and it melted. And they fanned they used the towel to fan it, like whatever Greek style. But it hit it. It wasn't that performative. It wasn't over the top Cirque du Soleil. It was more just I'm gonna hit you in the face with heat.
Okay, good.
Over and over.
Good.
And it was great.
Okay. I guess there's ways to do it cool and tastefully, and then there's ways to fuck it up. You can do it in a DJ Harvey way or a John Summit way.
Of course.
But I mean, I had an epiphany that the sauna-ing like that is sort of like pickleball to tennis. Like you're taking this thing that has existed for decades, hundreds of years. It's been perfect. Just stick with that. We can just go in the sauna and sit there quietly, maybe mutter something under your breath to another man.
Yeah.
That's it. We don't need to have a co-ed group party with a boombox.
I mean,
lights and fog machines.
Well, the disease of group saunaing has taken the world by storm. It's been written about. There's 5 in New York every weekend that are opening. Yeah. And it's the
pickleball of saunaing.
It's the pickleball. I think the rejection is real, and I think that it is not going to. I think it'll be a trend that is fleeting. I don't think it's going to stick around. And I'm sorry for all the investors that got in on that, but I just don't. It just ain't for me, and I don't think it's for a lot of people.
It's interesting because I would say on the age range of all the other people I was sharing the sauna with, I was sort of in the middle. There's older guys, some younger guys, whatever. And every guy, young and older than me, were sort of talking about the fact that, like, how crazy it is that we are in this space. Like you're sitting in this steam room for 14 minutes, and how crazy it is that you don't have your phone. And you're like, this is like real, true relaxation. Like no phones, no nothing. I'm like, guys, like, is it really this bad out there?
Yeah, it's funny you brought that up. I just finished before we started. There's this guy Cal Newport, who's a fantastic writer. There's in the New York Times today, in the Sunday Opinion section.
I think I got a Cal book somewhere over here.
You do. Separate from your phone, embrace critical thinking. Your thoughts should be your own. And it's basically like he cites this great example, which I never realized. He's like, before this, like the '60s, exercise wasn't a thing. Like it was basically for athletes in the military, and then we realized how good it was for us, and we made it this huge priority, and now it's such a part of our lives we don't even think about it. And he's like, that we have to stop using our phones, basically. We have to stop, we have to do the same thing. Like, this is as serious as like Eisenhower having a heart attack.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like we have to stop or it's going to be really bad. And I think he made an interesting case for it, because I'd never thought about the exercise example. Right. I mean, obviously I wasn't alive, but I was like, oh, that really does make a lot of sense. That was at one point a thing for like athletes in the military only, and then it became part of society. But yeah, those 14 minutes for those guys. I mean, look, man. I mean, look, I'm part of the problem too. I'll take it.
I'm like, you're like, bro, you're like a 60-something-year-old guy who's been alive. Most of your life has been without social media, endless feed, scroll. Yet it has got its claws in you so deep that you are, professing to a stranger how crazy it is that we're
for
just
an older gentleman,
hanging out with our thoughts.
For an older gentleman, maybe it's a way to relate to a younger gentleman without having to jerk him off. It's like it's a thing to bond over in the steamer. But yeah, I mean, that is.
He got racist quick too.
Wow, really?
Yeah, he lives in Rancho Cucamonga. I was like, I'm in Glendale. He's like, oh, yeah, I do a lot of deliveries out over there. And I was like, yeah, it's crazy. A lot of bad drivers. And he's like, yeah, and the worst, Chinese.
Okay, Tiger Woods is not Chinese. First of all, that's fucked up. And I didn't want to talk about Tiger like this.
Oh, was it a Tiger joke this whole time? It went straight over my head, like one of his drives.
Tiger is the best. I can't believe that someone can do this many times. It's amazing how rich he is and how it just he cannot help himself but have a couple Vicodin and a couple of fucking screwdrivers and get behind the wheel of a all new Genesis. It's great. How do you, Jason? Have you?
Well, what kind of car is this? It's nice.
We've both driven drunk a lot. I've driven on all kinds of drugs. I have
that part.
I've done flipping a car is hard. Like flipping a car, like wrecking a car is not hard. Flipping a car over, even a mid-sized Genesis SUV, that is like you have to be really getting after it.
Yeah, we've all scraped a little corner here, dinged a curb there, but to get your car rotating on a different axis against gravity. But I was thinking, and also apparently he blew a 0.0. And still got pills. The Dewey. So yeah, he must have just been kind of pilled off his gourd. But I was looking at the photo and I was like, the Tiger, he almost doesn't. He comes out almost on top above the Range Rover car corporation, because you've got this car that is unscathed, not a scratch on it. It looks like it's perfectly detailed, just drove off the lot or whatever. Yet somehow this top-heavy vehicle has managed to flip over on its side. So it seems like a bad advertisement for Range Rover, but also
it's literally a Genesis.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to pull this up right now.
He contractually has to drive a Genesis. That's why I'm saying this.
Okay.
That's like he has a deal because he's wrecked another. This is why it's funny, is because he's wrecked another Genesis.
I know.
It says Genesis. Yeah, it's because he was the other fucked up part. He was like course ready, like he was going to hit balls, like he was going to the golf course to participate in a tournament.
No, it's a Range.
I'm looking at it right now.
I'm looking at it right now. Are you sure you're looking at the one from 2 days ago? Are there Florida plates on it? Or there are California plates on it?
Oh, I can't. No, hold on. Now I'm looking at a great graphic where it seems to be 2021's a Genesis, 2009 is a Cadillac, and 2026 is a Range Rover. Which is pretty awesome that he's flipped 2 of 3. Yes. From what I can tell from this image.
And I remember when SUVs first came out, a lot of people were afraid of how they were top heavy and easy to flip over. You would hear about it all the time. Oh, that Expedition, be careful with it, So he managed to flip this thing, not a scratch on it. He walks away perfectly. So it's almost like he did some type of crazy magic trick to get it to do that. But
I think he must just be taking corners hard. Like he thinks he must be going 80 around a corner. There's no other way to flip a car. Like I don't care. Like how many? Also,
unless he's doing some MIA video shit, it's pretty much impossible. Or you get up on the curb in a, like on a stunt car thing where they get him going sideways.
Yeah, I just don't understand
something from the Fantasy Factory.
But I do think it's cool that he is. I don't know, man. Look, I'm not proud of how much I've driven on pills and been nodding out at the wheel. Luckily, I was mostly alone, like Tiger. But usually, when you're under the influence like that, you are driving laughably carefully because you know that you're fucked up. That's the other. I think the ego of being Tiger Woods allows him to maybe hit the gas a little harder around turn 3.
Yeah, it could. I think it's that mixed with, his dopamine receptors are so blown out that I feel like him safely driving to the golf course and saving home is so boring and so just a waste compared to the high stakes energy.
There's so many waitresses. There's so many white waitresses left. Did you see this video? All right, so there's on that golf show on Netflix. It was really good. There was a talking head who's like a golf journalist from Barstool. I don't know if you've seen this. I don't know his name. And he has this video where he's to camera and he's like crying about Tiger doing this because and he's trying to say that he's so famous that driving himself is the only time he has alone.
Could be.
And that is why he continues to do it, which is not, I mean, the video is amazing because this guy's acting like his grandmother died. It's fucking amazing. But it is.
And it's not a bit.
No, it's not a bit. He's a golf nerd who Tiger Woods is his hero. Sure. And I mean, this is the Tiger Woods' substance abuse problem is the only thing that makes him interesting because golf is the most boring thing to ever exist. But how he keeps coming back. The thing is, he will come back and he will win another tournament. Like this will be a minor speed bump, no pun intended, in his life.
Yeah, I saw a tweet that sort of encapsulated that, saying every 2 years Tiger Woods either wins a Masters tournament or dies in a car crash.
It's amazing. It's honestly amazing, and it feels. I was talking to Cooper about this morning. He was like, "It's crazy because like our dads, let's say, generation." He was the greatest athlete to ever live. There was and now we just think of him as a drunk driver.
And that was back when a lot of them weren't super keen on a black golfer winning all these awards.
No, definitely not. And golfers are also, I mean, they can be drunk. It's not an athletic sport. It's a skill. It's a different game. But I don't know, man. The whole
look
thing
at our man John Daly,
the GOAT, the only winner.
But also,
Arnold Palmer did give us the drink.
That's true. What a great Vegas beverage as well.
Huge.
But it had me thinking about if he did really do this without actually drinking a drop of alcohol, then that means that the Range Rover is the ultimate pill driver's car, right?
In what sense?
Just like the type of person who's gonna more likely to be driving on pills. Is there a car?
Oh, I wonder what that
ranks higher than the Range Rover? Because when Nicole Richie was going backwards on the 134, it wasn't a Camry hybrid. It was likely a Range Rover of a certain shade of pink or white.
Well, I think it depends on the user, man. It's tough because I mean I'm trying to.
That's true.
It's tough because obviously there's different tax brackets.
Maybe a pill driver of means, we'll say.
Yeah. I would say. I mean, I think a person of means is reaching for a Range Rover no matter what. So if they also like Xanax and Vicodin, then that makes sense. I'm trying to think of what would be like the alcoholic's car. You know what I mean? Because it's all like an upper middle class alcoholic. What is it? A Volvo? What is it?
The landscape is always changing. Yeah,
it's constantly changing, and they're introducing new models. Like your version of an alcoholic would have been a Scion. You know what I mean? And now we've moved into. I mean, obviously, Volvo feels like a great option because they're known for safety.
Volvo does feel like a good pill driver's car as well.
Known for safety. Great. The XC90, great looking car. You know what I mean? Great looking car.
I'm so high on benzos, I'm probably gonna crash. I should get a Volvo.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think I mean, it would be cool to know if there's anyone out there who's literally choosing their make and model of car based on what drugs and alcohol they do. And I want to, because I think that like drug dealers would pick cars that are inconspicuous but still pretty nice. You know what I mean? You get a new car.
Get a little plain Jane with a little something under the hood.
Exactly. It's not going to be flashy. You're not going to get the candy paint job. You're not going to put rims on it. You got to keep it
shoes.
You got to keep it stock. You know what I mean? And I think that if you're a real
no neon at all.
If you're saying I cannot put a Rockford Fosgate in the back. You're saying I cannot fit a sub in the trunk. Yeah, I think that these are just somebody's making these decisions, and I wonder which way they're going, what their checklist looks like when they're hitting the dealership.
Something to think about, you know.
What is the okay? So wait, I'm sorry. When did the dinner happen? Saturday night. So you had the big Contramar, the sit down.
Yeah, and then the sit down sort of press PR dinner last night. A lengthy meal where we had, basically ate the whole menu, 5 different tostadas, steak, pork shank, the fish with the red and the green salsa. Had a very nice kind of Mexican cream corn situation going on. 5 different desserts, the strawberry meringue pie, the banana tart, a chocolate tamale, And then you get the little coffee cocktails at the end with the 43 liqueur. I mean, it was like a 4-hour. It was like some Noma shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. And then we were ushered upstairs to the Poodle Room, their private VIP lounge on the rooftop of the hotel. And we're treated to a live performance from Gavin DeGraw.
I don't want to be anything other than what I've been trying to be lately. When you told us that Gavin DeGraw was performing, I instantly went on Apple Music and listened to that song and was like, damn, this motherfucker had one. That song was fucking huge. And he had a couple. And he
had like 2 or 3 more, yeah.
And he played them all for you last night. And my final question as far as Gavin goes, was he or was he not wearing a pork pie hat?
He was wearing a PPH, yes.
100%. Do you think he's hiding something, or do you think it's a style choice?
I think Gavin's been bald since
03?
Since George W. Bush was in office. Yeah.
Did you get to build? Because I talked to Becca. She said she was like, oh, I met Jason. It was so great. Blah blah blah. And then I was like, okay, Becca's one of the greats. But I'm like, but did Jason get to build with? Did Jason get to build with Gav?
No. He had some a detail of security that made whatever Chappell's got look like a little kind of kiddie operation.
Gavin DeGraw playing 3 songs on a piano with 6 giant fucking former NFL players around him.
No. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. He didn't have any security.
I know,
but he was playing with 3 guys.
Oh, he had a little trio.
He was on the grand piano. And then he had 2 guys on piano and 1 guy on acoustic guitar, no drums. And he was kind of doing a lounge singer in the round kind of vibe.
Did it work?
Yeah, it worked a lot. I mean, everyone in the room is just like people in their 50s who are rich as fuck with like the Hermes bag that looks, she got the wrong Birkin.
Yeah.
We're just like, the size and the color, just like.
I always forget also that there's a kind of person that is just sort of like excited by live music because it's not a part of their life at all.
As long as they know the song that is playing, yes.
Yeah, but I love that is possible because I am obviously we are the opposite of that, where we might even be fatigued by live music at different points in our lives. So to be 50 and rich and just be like, oh, I know this one, and having the time of your life, honestly that's pure.
And the good part about Gavin and why he's still doing well in his career despite not releasing a hit in 23 years. He knows that he has 2 songs that this crowd of drunk rich people will know. So the rest, we're doing covers.
Okay.
We are the champions. He's doing sing-along songs.
Smart. I mean? Okay. So he's doing karaoke up there.
He knows exactly what he's doing. He'll play a verse of this thing and, one guy will pick up the little guitar and do he did Country Road, John Denver.
Ooh, don't get me going on Country Road. Now I would have taken a mic. I would have taken a goddamn mic. That shit gets me choked up every time.
But the best part about it, he'll do that, but he'll do the intro, he'll do the verse, he'll do the chorus, and he'll wrap it up, and then on to the next
like a DJ.
One.
He knows when to mix out.
Just like Eric Deluxe over at Live on Saturdays. He knows exactly when to get in and out. He's an open format acoustic performer.
Would you? Big room, open format, acoustic performer. All right, so do you feel like this Vegas trip, do you feel like it because I feel like a Vegas trip is always about the getting the exact amount of time. And it's very easy for it to be too long and arguably very easy for it to be too short. This sounds like you might have reached the equilibrium.
It was truly perfection. Yeah. Like go out, get a little drunky, have some indoor cigs, do the whole thing, in bed at midnight, wake up the next day, a little hangover, spend all day at the spa, get all schwitzy, you're good, you're back to business, have a big long meal. Dinner was at 5:30. Gavin, watch Gavin for 15 minutes. He does his 3 covers and I Don't Wanna Be. And then, smoke a little J in the parking lot valet. We're in bed. Wake up at 6 a.m. I'm back in my house at 9 a.m. Couldn't be more ideal.
That is great.
And thank you to our friends at Becca for not booking me out of LAX. Praise Jesus.
They're honestly they're great. She's one of my favorite, and it's not because she's Southern, but it really helps. That just it calms me. That her voice calms me in a way that makes me feel very good.
Yeah, the way when I hear a woman from Orange County speak, I say, "Mama, Mama." I start looking for a teat.
I had a weird. Okay, so yesterday, I received I referred someone to my doctor, Mike Carragher, and when you refer someone to their doctor and they sign up, they send you a.
Wait, what's your caregiver's name?
Mike Carragher is his name.
Sorry.
So I give him
first.
Yeah, I got you. I tried to avoid that. So they send you when the referral comes through and the person signs up, they send you a $250 gift card as a thank you.
Ooh.
So I've gotten a few of these over the
Are
years.
These gift cards to his doctor's office or
No, they're gift card. No, it's like a Visa. You can use it anywhere.
Oh,
basically.
got it. Okay.
So I was like, oh, this is funny. Maybe let's just try to I'm not going to use this on anything that I should. I'm not going to buy something I would normally buy. I want to.
You're not going to pay your light bill with this one.
No, I want to blow this all today, Saturday afternoon in New York City, but not on meals, like on stuff. You know what I mean? I'm like, let's just blow this shit. So Alex and I were going to some galleries uptown. We went to Zittimer's. I was able to go through. Like,
for listeners, Zittimer's is a old pharmacy, right?
Yes, but they have everything. All the beauty products. It's sort of. It's low. It's not as overrun as C.O. Bigelow right now with white women trying to be Carolyn Bessette, but it's in that they sell headbands there, so it's fucked. So whatever we get some stuff there. I'm able to get a new high-end toothpaste, etc. And I'm like, all right, I still got some more money, but the problem is I'm embarrassed to use this thing because it looks like you're trying to scam someone, And at Zittimer's, it's like these 80-year-old women, so they don't know what's going on. So it's the perfect crime. I get in, I get out.
Oh, a Visa. I've heard of this one.
There's oh my God, a Visa card. So we're in and out of there pretty
quickly.
But
you go into the little Zaza shop and be like, oh, this guy's moving packs. Is this a dirty card?
Exactly. This is a dirty card. So I'm like, I'm like, Alex, will you use it? Because I feel like they'll be nicer to you. And she's like, no, you fucking loser. Do it. Stop being a pussy.
She's like, I have a reputation in this town. Bitch.
Yeah, literally. But I buy her all this shit. I get toothpaste. She gets some fucking, some body cream, some this, some that, whatever. She got
the AB lotion and you're a little toothpaste.
I got a $16 toothpaste, you know what I mean? I was eyeing a $65 deodorant, but I was able to back off of that even with this funny money. So then I'm like, all right, we got to spend the rest of it. And I'm like, what would Alex like more than a trip to Happier Grocer? So I hadn't been there in a long time. Obviously, we live pretty close. So we stopped there on the way home and we get 4 sides so we get a 3 pieces of tofu, like 4 pieces of tofu, I guess, but small, you can imagine the sort of small brick size.
Oh yeah.
2 leafy green salads, 1 bitter, 1 green goddess, and some delicious purple potatoes. The potatoes went Barney mode, and they were mashed with a bit of garlic.
Wow.
Okay.
Sounds like we're really kind of fiber maxing, digestion maxing here.
What do you think those 4 sides hit for?
Don't say 37.
Try 60.
Oh, no.
Try 60. So I'm like, I got to spend this card. I'm piling stuff in. I'm trying to get Alex her favorite almond chocolate milk they have there.
When you could have got just a nice New York slice there.
I could have gone to Lucia next door. I could have gone. There's a new Industry right near me. So anyway, I go up there. I swipe this shit. And it's like,
how much you got to come out of pocket for these bitter greens?
This is the most embarrassing part. Like $1.35. So I had to see. So then the food is pretty good. I'm happy with it. But I was like, wow, what?
All right, let me get 57 on this Visa, and let me get 119
I was
on the
splitting
black
the payment.
card.
I was splitting the payment at Have Your Grocery. But I was thinking to myself, now, what if I did this every weekend for myself as a treat? What if I gave myself $100? Let's go a little smaller. $100 gift card. And I spend it like this as a way to make myself feel free, and unhinge myself from the heavy weight of monetary restrictions and thinking about where my place is in the world when it comes to finances. What if what if the unlock is a gift card that you spend freely like a child after their birthday?
Right.
And it was a fascinating experiment, and I got nothing out of it. But I just wanted to, I wanted to tell you about it.
No, it reminds me because people say like, you know what adults don't do? Play. We don't play anymore, right? But
We don't play.
But this is number one spender, Mr. Loves to Buy. This is your version of play is just having, it's the version of your dad giving you $20 at the mall and saying, go get a fucking Wetzel's and go see a movie, kid. Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Get me out of here. Exactly. And I did. We also saw the Mark and Sophia movie. It was a full day yesterday.
Oh, wow.
And I had to go to the movie theater, which is not my favorite thing, but at least it was Angelica. And I did.
You get some protein popcorn?
I got some protein popcorn, protein water, and just kind of washed that down with a protein soda. So it was a nice.
Okay.
It's nothing happens in it. It's like kind of pointless, but it like looks cool, which is.
So it's a Sofia Coppola movie. Got it.
Yeah, but it's like usually, I guess Marc Jacobs has lived such a crazy, colorful life and has been like, I didn't know this. I didn't know this at all. Louis Vuitton didn't make clothes until they hired him. They only made bags and accessories.
Really?
I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea.
Wow. So Marc Jacobs showed up and he's like, I know this is psycho, but like clothes.
They came to him. But it's just such a crazy. Basically there was like a few tidbits in here that even a person who's followed this for a long time, I was like, oh, I didn't know that. That's fucking crazy.
Sure.
And
okay.
But it's sort of like this guy's lived such an insane life. He's like obviously been sober, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And they just don't really get into that at all because that's not what it's about. But that's kind of what I wanted.
Do they get into his fingernails at all?
I mean, he has them in the show. But it's cool because they do like a montage of all of his sort of like celebratory, the show is over, the designer comes out and waves to the audience. And he's really gone through an amazing amount of looks in his career, like everything from like a guy that looks like us to like 12-inch platform ruby red, with a lady jacket. Like the range is honestly incredible. And I found him pretty open, but he's not super eloquent, which is also interesting.
Hotter.
Like it's almost like it's been his job for so long he doesn't feel the need to romanticize it at all. Like it's sort of just we do this shit and like we do it whatever amount of times a year depending on where I'm working and what collections. It's like that kind of thing. He is vaping.
He's merely a tradesman.
He's vaping like a fucking monster. He's vaping more than Shad.
Could only imagine.
And he doesn't have a little slick.
More than Shad from Shad magazine.
From Shad magazine. He doesn't even have. And he ain't slick with it. He's got one of those turbo joints. Like he doesn't have some little sexy shit, you know what I mean?
He's got some push to start shit.
He's got the push to start. The push to start for sure. It's got a little motor in it.
How would you rate this? How would you rank this film with McQueen and Dior and I? Where is it sitting in those two masterpieces?
Oh, this is third for sure. For sure. Yeah. But I think that it is.
How many times did you cry?
I did. I was unfortunately not brought to tears. But I didn't know. I mean, his dad was an agent. His dad was an agent at William Morris too, and died young. There's some interesting.
I was like, well, CIA.
There's some interesting. No, they don't call anybody. There's some interesting stuff in it, but I guess I don't know. I wanted a little more emotion from the man himself. Okay. I guess is what I would say.
Well,
can't win them all.
I blame Sophia for that. As a director, she should have pulled it out of him.
I think sometimes when you're so close to the subject, it's harder.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, did you see that AOC got caught? I read this in the New York Post. AOC broke the law by spending $19,000 in campaign cash on ketamine therapy for personal use.
I mean,
does this make you like her a little bit more, or is it just like so cliche that she's doing ketamine therapy with campaign funds?
I love when politicians misappropriate campaign funds. because I just think that's like the fun of that job is thankless, especially if you're her. Like you are. She is. I mean, she's beloved by David Cho types, but she is reviled by many.
Well, I guess my question is because of that, does her being a quote, "Can I have the nitrous, please, ass ho?" After all, does that endear you to her and the other people who might naysay her a little bit more? Does this make her a little more
no, because it
human and relatable instead of like the teacher's pet?
No, she's still a teacher's. Ketamine therapy is still teacher's pet behavior. If you really, you know what I mean? If you're really going to try to fix something, just go to regular talk therapy. Like, let's not, like, there's nothing more like upper middle class, like New York, LA coded than I'm going to fix my problems with ketamine therapy. Even if I'm sure it works, I'm not doubting the effects at all.
Right.
But the impulse to do that is the most AOC shit of all time. I like when people fetishize her yabos though. That it's hilarious. It's just hilarious when I don't know, man.
A yob is a yob at the end of the day, Chris.
Did you see this? There's some tweets going around, sort of about like, remember when we had to pretend this was good, during the pandemic? And there's one that I'm sure that it came up recently. The show Bo Burnham, Inside, his special has been catching some flack on the World Wide Web.
Okay. So along. Hung in the rafters next to Fiona Apple's Fetch the Bolt Cutters, we have Bo Burnham's Inside special.
Fetch the Bolt Cutters is, as I'm a Fiona Apple lover, Fetch the Bolt Cutters is unlistenable fucking garbage music, and that is Bo Burnham. I don't care about either way, so it doesn't offend me that his special became popular. But is this? I don't remember it. Is this the one he sings in the whole time?
Yeah, I think so. Where he has like little like GoPros set up in his home studio, and he like makes beats and sings songs, but they all like flow into each other in like a weird cohesive way. If I remember, I haven't watched it since COVID, but I mean the best part was Melissa Aufdumar owning that on vinyl.
Hilarious, amazing. I mean, amazing. She'd be like, I love it so much, I need it on vinyl. I respect that, honestly. It's powerful.
Absolutely. We should talk about Druski a little bit.
What are you talking about? I mean, he's once again hung himself in the rafters. Big boy. Somehow he's able to stay up there. I mean,
there's not really much to be said about it, but other than a bravo.
The shit where Erica Kirk's in his comments, he's like, "Bitch, I didn't say anything about you." So that means you chose to. You know it's about you because you know it's true.
And Grok thought it was her. Like he did somebody posted a photo.
I didn't know Grok ever got it right.
No, Grok always gets it right. What are you talking about? But Grok thought it was her. So
that's so fucking funny. It's so funny. He's so good. And I just think that we need to, not that we here at How Long Gone, we constantly put respect on his name, but I also think that the fact that he's coming out of pocket to do that, like that is just him spending his own money to be in hair and makeup for 10 hours to do that because it's so funny, is just we have to respect that. No one does anything because they want to anymore. I mean, honestly, and we're victim of this to an extent too. When you monetize your entire life and you have to make a living being yourself, it's tough to invest in yourself when you don't know if something will come back, even when you're Druski, even when you're rich.
Yeah. And I guess you just kind of do it on a shoestring until you can get to that level. But it is, I think his formula for success, it really seems to be that work beforehand, investing the money in the set direction, the hair, the makeup, all that stuff. That's the difference that he makes, because when he's finally done and we're ready to start rolling, he literally just walks out and the sparklers go out and he just waves at the crowd. Like all he does is just walk into frame and do the thing.
In this instance, he doesn't have to do shit. It's all pre-work.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
It's a 12-hour shoot day. We filmed for 30 minutes.
It's so good. It's so good. No, you're right.
Got the whole thing done.
The fact that this has also been a chance for him to reveal his white grandfather has been another gift that you couldn't write this if you wanted to. It's just too good.
It's real ace up the sleeve right there.
It's really an ace up the sleeve. It's really an ace up the sleeve.
Bravo. Oh yeah. I was going to complain about when people send you their email and they just type their name and then they say they type out at as in AT instead of the
God.
am.
Who did
the
who did that? Who did that to you? We'll bleep it out because we've been collecting email addresses recently for Paul Smith.
When people, I'm like, oh, what's your email address? It's Jason space Stewart space AT space Gmail, and you're like, bro, I'm gonna copy and paste.
Yeah,
this.
like just
it was friend of the show, Cord Jefferson.
Cord, you know better. You're a goddamn writer for Cord. You're a writer for a living. For God's sake.
Come on, Cord.
Cord. Come on. All right. Well, he can do better.
I think he knows that he's better than that, and he chose to.
Maybe it was a
decision.
Maybe he was just trying to troll you a little bit. We didn't think about that.
Could be. Well, what's up now, Cord? Now I just outed you on Spotify and Apple.
We're using our platform for evil, bitch. How about that? Before we go, I wanted to say there's a new Chrisley show on Hulu. That kind of unpacks.
Oh, because he's out, right?
Yeah, free the guys. That unpacks the family drama post jail, pre and post jail. It's a dark tale, but I was able to watch 3 episodes yesterday. So I'm still getting into it. But just for all the Chrisley heads out there, I just want to put you on notice if you missed it or if you don't have a Hulu subscription or whatever, that there is some new stuff out there.
You're monitoring the sitch.
Well, I just wanted you to know the Chrisleys are feeding the streets yet again, as God intended.
Has he made any? Epiphanies or realizations or any announcements about his sexuality yet?
No, but he's sort of endeared himself to the African American community because he came out of jail and was like, hey, it is fucked up in there. I'm getting special treatment as a white guy. And I saw it firsthand, and I'm going to work. Now that I'm out, I'm going to work to change that.
As a member of the Aryan Brotherhood, I am going to do what I can.
And people are just like, damn, Todd really about it. And I kind of, you know what? I've known Southern guys like that where you think that they look racist, and then they're absolutely not. Because they're just, it's just, you can't help it. It's like his face.
I mean, they say, we've said British are gay, Southern are gay, racist are gay. It's
tough.
It's a fine line.
Yeah, there's always a fine line. HowLongGone.com is the website. We're back next week with one of the most, a whiplash guest lineup, maybe that we've never seen before. Jason,
Chris, we keep saying that every month.
No. This month. The last couple weeks has been women in power. This is more like how on earth are these two people both available to you? Just based on their disciplines.
Yeah, only who else could do this? Popcast, maybe?
I will say the second guest definitely is a fan of the first guest, but maybe not vice versa. If you know what I mean, that's all.
Wow,
I can say.
chestnut checkers. That's
all.
Here, Chris.
That's all
Very
I can
impressive.
say. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you to Las Vegas and Becca PR for hosting my dear friend Jason Stewart. Thank you to my doctor for that $250 gift card that I was able to blow yesterday in small businesses in Manhattan. And we will be back next week with more podcasts. And thank you for listening.